¿Cuál ha sido el mayor reto?
Tal vez la pronunciación, pero por ejemplo, la frase en inglés, her shirts are gray, en español es sus camisas son grises. En la frase en inglés, la palabra shirts es la única plural, pero en la frase en español, cada palabra es plural. Son muy diferentes, ¿no? Exactly 6 months ago, I could barely get past ¿Cómo estás? Without breaking into a sweat. Traditional advice told me I needed boring textbooks, a semester abroad, and years of endless grammar drills. They were wrong. In just 180 days, I went from absolute zero to completely conversational right from my desk at home. Today, I'm breaking down the exact 3-stage blueprint I used to fast track my fluency, including the language usage shift that took me from speaking 50% English and 50% Spanish during my conversational Spanish lessons to 100% upper intermediate fluent Spanish in record time. Most people fail in the first 30 days because they try to learn everything. I didn't do that. I used the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. In conversational Spanish, 80% of daily interactions utilize just 20% of the vocabulary. Instead of memorizing conjugation charts, I used a method called contextual anchoring. I tethered every new vocabulary word to an emotional trigger or physical action. I did this by ruthlessly scheduling at least 3 hours of Spanish media every single day. I didn't worry about understanding everything. I just let the language wash over me until the most common words practically forced me to look up their meaning. Now, doing this gave me a massive vocabulary base fast, but it created a huge problem. I knew the words, but my brain couldn't string them into sentences fast enough to speak. To fix that in month 3, I used a radical input strategy. I'll show you exactly what the media routine looked like in a second. But first, you need to know how I built an immersion bubble without ever leaving my home. By month 3, I flipped a switch. Literally, I changed the default language on my phone, my laptop, my apps, and videos I watched to Spanish. If I wanted to watch a video or check the news, my brain was forced to navigate the language out of sheer necessity. I swapped my workout playlists for native Spanish podcasts and audio from Spanish versions of AAA movies I've already seen many times in English. At first, Spanish to me sounded like pure gibberish, but within 3 weeks of listening to 3 hours of native content a day, a breakthrough happened. My brain began identifying the boundaries between words and naturally picking up real colloquial expressions. But listening isn't enough. This is where my language usage shift kicked into high gear. From month 1, I was actively combining this media immersion with private one-on-one speaking sessions. In months 1 and 2, my conversations were a 50-50 split of English and Spanish. By month 4, that shifted to 75% Spanish and only 25% English. I was forcing my brain to output what I was taking in. Month 5 and 6 were all about breaking the fear barrier. You can consume content all day, but you don't build conversational muscle memory until you are forced to react in real time. I ramped up my one-on-one tutoring sessions to focus entirely on high-velocity conversation. No grammar lectures allowed. I forced myself to explain complex ideas using only the limited vocabulary I had. I made hundreds of mistakes a week, and that was exactly the point. Every time a native tutor corrected me, my brain seemed to be mapping out permanent neural pathways as my tutors typed my corrections in our chats, and I reviewed them. By the end of month 6, my language usage shifted to 100% Spanish, hovering at a solid upper intermediate B2 level. Going from 0 to conversational in 6 months isn't about talent or spending thousands of dollars. It's about aggressive consistency, strategic immersion, having an expert guide your output so you don't build bad habits, and for goodness sakes, it's simply about having fun with it. If you want to see this blueprint happen in real time, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm currently learning French from scratch in 26 weeks or 6 months to hit B2 upper intermediate level of fluency. I'm documenting the entire journey step by step in my free newsletter. Click the link in the description to subscribe and follow along. You don't need years to master a language, you just need a few months of daily consistency. You've got this. Hasta luego.